What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode, man, of the Orange Crush Hour Pod. It's your host, JMX, my boy Denver Trav, man. And today we got a good one. We got one that me and Trav been want to do for a little minute now. Trade targets that the Broncos should go out to get. Just some guys, we should have on the radar, and the Broncos should target to help us make this Super Bowl push, man. But look, before we get into it, Trav, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Ready for football again this week. Every week I'm ready, bro. Like the week takes forever because I'm ready to watch the Broncos continue to do what they're doing.
Facts, man. Hey, look, the Broncos are coming off a huge win this past weekend against the New York Giants. 33 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it just still kind of seems surreal that we ended up winning that game and how we won the game. It's just crazy, bro. But today I thought it'd be a good day for us to go over some guys that we think the Broncos should at least try to bring in and help this team. I know there's some guys on this list that I agree with and you disagree with, and vice versa. So it's gonna be a good one. But yeah, hey, look, let's jump right into it. As we all know, the trade deadline I think is November 4th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm about 100. Now I'm 100% sure on it. It's definitely November 4th. That is right after Week 9. So that is right after the game we played. That's a Tuesday. That's right after our game with the Texans. So it's coming. It's right around the corner. It's in about 2 weeks, man. So hey, look, let's throw out some targets. First guy up, Jalen Waddle, receiver for the Miami Dolphins. He's a guy that me and Trav talked about a lot. Now, reports did come out today and said that not the Giants, I'm sorry, that the Dolphins weren't going to trade him. That, they're not officially shopping him, but I'm just calling complete and total BS on that. They're just trying to get teams to really up their offers for him. I just think that's just a casual play, but I definitely believe that if a team gives them the right price, they're going to be willing to give up Jalen Waddle because, hey, look, let's face it, Mike McDaniel's out the door. Tua, I don't know how much longer he's got over there. They're finna go into full rebuild mode, and that usually means blowing up all their guys who are making some big time money, which means Jalen Waddle's on the chopping block. Trav, what are your thoughts on Jalen Waddle, and do you think the Broncos should go make a move for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a guy that could make the receiving room complete and just give us what we're missing. Uh, I hope that there's a possibility, but I just have a feeling that Miami's going to hold on to him, even if they go into a rebuild because he's young, and you want at least a few staple guys to build around. So I could see Miami holding on to him, but if they're just raising the price, I mean, I think Denver needs to get on the phone and absolutely try to bargain to get him in Denver. I think that kind of puts the vanilla on the cake for Denver.
Yeah, I mean Jalen Waddle, we all know how good he is. He's one of the fastest players in the league. His best year was his second year in the league when he had almost 1,400 yards, averaged 18 yards a catch, 8 touchdowns. I think that was 2022. So was that the first year they got Tyreek? I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
so.
no, that most definitely was. Yeah, that was the first year they got Tyreek. But this year, he hasn't had a bad year. 30 catches on 44 targets, 405 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 13 yards a catch. Um, I'm all in for it. I don't really care what they're asking for. If they're unless nothing outlandish. But if they're like, the question is, would you give up our first round pick this year for Jalen Waddle? Would you do that?
Um, I mean, if Sean and GP think that we can compete for a Super Bowl and
What do you think?
I mean, I think we can compete. I think we have the defense. I think that our offense, I mean, has fought back in 3 straight weeks in the fourth quarter and won. That's what good football teams do. Uh, I don't think they come off of a first though. I don't think Denver comes off of a first.
Yeah, I don't know if they do. Me personally, if that was the asking price, um, I would probably I would lean towards it. He's 27. Um, you don't know if there's a guy in the draft that you can get at whatever pick you're going to be to come in and be the kind of impact player that he has, especially just kind of what we need on the offensive side of the ball. We need a guy that can win in the middle of the field and that can also play outside a vertical threat. We have a lot of those, but we need a guy that can just win. And I think Jalen Waddle can be that guy. He can play a lot of roles in this offense, kind of like what Mims does a little bit, but I think just a better wide receiver in terms of one-on-one matchups, especially in the slot. I think in just his speed is game breaking, bro. There have been games where the Dolphins have literally just won the game off of him and Tyreek alone. And bro, he's a dog, bro. He's from that Bama tree. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Now, I think the perfect trade with him would probably be like a second round pick. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely get that up for a Jalen Waddle type of guy. But I definitely think, him being a part of this offense will be something that's just, I think it will make just break it open. You got a guy that can win in the short game, in the intermediate game, and be a deep threat. I don't think you can go wrong with trading for a guy like Jalen Waddle. But that's just me, though. I mean, I know a lot of Bronco fans are opposed to it, and I don't really know why, but that's just me.
I agree. I mean, I think if you think you can win now, you got to make a win now move, and you got to take that risk.
Exactly. And before we get into the next one, I just want to bring up the Broncos. First of all, so let's just go their main receiver targets being their top three wide receivers and their starting tight end. So Marvin Mims, Evan Ingram, Troy Franklin, and Cortland Sutton. They're averaging a legit combined. I have it up right here actually. 3.4 yards of separation. And just to top it all off, the Broncos are third in the league in drops with 15, only trailing the Jaguars, who have Brian Thomas, and he's dropped. I think he's probably dropped like 11 of them already, probably more than that in the Browns. So, and we all know what's going on, and we already know what's going on over there in Cleveland. But the Broncos are third in the league in drops. So receivers definitely, I would say, are number one need. Shout out to Paljeski. He played really well at guard. So I think, and he did it against Dexter Lawrence and the crew. So I think, they're going to be comfortable with him being in that spot until, what's his name comes back.
Ben Powers.
Yeah, Ben Powers comes back. But yeah, man. So I'm definitely going. My number one thing would be Jalen Waddle. And I think the Broncos should definitely hit him up. Going on to the next one. Tyler Lockett, man. Let's go on about him. He just got cut. No, I don't think he got cut. He requested his release from the Tennessee Titans. We all know the Titans are terrible. I think their record is, what is their record, Trav? 1-6. What's their record?
Yeah, I think one in. Well, going into week 8, so yeah, 1-6.
Yeah, 1-6. Tyler Lockett only had 10 catches for 70 yards on the season. Going back to like his last couple of years in Seattle, he did have 1,000 yards, but I mean, JSN was there and everything. DK was getting most of the targets, but last season he had 49 catches, 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. In all honesty, I wouldn't be mad about Tyler Lockett if it was just like a last resort type of thing. But in terms of like what we kind of need right now, I mean, he can definitely help. I'll say that he can definitely help. Uh, it would just be a last resort thing for me. I wouldn't be overjoyed and I wouldn't be pissed off, but it would definitely be like a last resort like type thing with me. But I'm not like pounding the table for Tyler Lockett. He's 30. How old is he? 33.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
up
he's
there.
30. I mean, he's still good. I don't want to say he's like bad, but I mean, yeah, I'm just not pounding the table for it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a guy that you don't have to trade any assets for. So it kind of screams Sean Payton, George Payton move, because I feel like both of them are very greedy with draft picks. They're not gonna really throw around draft picks too much. So I could see it being a we need to get better rental. Um, Long term, I mean, you might have him for this season, and then
Yeah, nah, that's
it's
it.
like
It'd probably be this
we
season.
I think we need a guy that's at least going to give us uh, a couple years, because I think even after this year, I mean, I think Cortland and Mims are the only two receivers that we can really look at and be like those guys are for sure going to be here and be on the football field for valuable minutes. On this team. I mean, we've seen when Mims gets 60 or 50% of the snap share or more, which we seen last week against the Giants. He's a huge part of the offense. But the problem is Sean is doing the same thing he did last year. It's like it's took him till week 7 to finally be like, hey, I need to use Marvin Mims. We can't do that every year. So it's like I think you got to give him the minutes, give Sutton the minutes, and you got to bring in a guy to give the minutes. I think the whole rotating receivers, and I feel like that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's definitely a long term solution. I think it's a last resort just to kind of push. Um, make a little push if you can't find a trade that's kind of worth it. But he's definitely not a long term solution. Now I would definitely take him over that other Tennessee wide receiver who had got cut. Most definitely would, 100% would. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be like a terrible pickup. I just don't think it moves the needle enough. But he can definitely come over here and help. Like I definitely think you could put him in the slot and he'd be better than what we kind of got right now.
I agree.
Like, yeah, I definitely do think that. So for that reason, I'm not opposed to it. But like, it doesn't wow me. Like, oh shit, we got Tyler Lockett. Yeah, we finna go. Nah, I don't know about it. But like, it's definitely an improvement. Um, but yeah, going on to the next guy. Now this is gonna be really tricky. Now look, it's Jacoby Myers. Um, this is an in division type thing. Jacoby Myers did request a trade before the season, and he's just made it clear. I think after their last game, he made it vocal that he just does not want to be a Raider anymore. I think this is really interesting. Now we rarely see kind of in division trades, especially when the team is trading kind of one of their better players. Excuse me, but this kind of screams Sean Payton and George Payton. I feel like if he was on any other team besides the Raiders, it would be almost like a no-brainer. He's 6'2". Sean Payton loves those big wide receivers. He's got for sure hands. He can block. He's like a more experienced Pat Bryant, like down the line. Now, I'm not saying Pat Bryant's gonna ever be as good as Jacoby Myers. We don't know that yet, but I'm just saying like that's kind of like what it's given a little bit. This year he's had 29 catches for only 329 yards, no touchdowns. Last year he had a really good season. 80 he caught 87 of his 129 targets, over 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns, and that was with the Raiders. But I mean, he's had some really good years with the Raiders. I say the two he's been there. This year the Raiders are an atrocious football team. But hey, man, Jacoby Myers one of their better players. I would love this. Now, my question is to you: what would you give up for Jacoby Myers if the Raiders were willing to trade him to us within the division? Like, what's the max you'd give up for Jacoby Myers, who I think is in need of a deal too?
How old is Jacoby Myers?
He is 29. And I think I don't know when he turns 30. Let me see. He'll be 30 November 9th. Oh, no, no, no. Actually, no, my bad. He'll be 29 November 9th.
So yeah, I mean he's an older receiver. I think the Raiders would want a player. That's what I think because they're kind of in the midst of a rebuild. So I think they would want a young receiver. So I think we would package a receiver in a fourth round pick because he's 29 years old.
Who would you package?
I think the definite answer would be Troy Franklin. I think Troy Franklin gets traded to the Raiders.
I don't know if they do that.
Why
I'm
not?
not saying I
Why
would.
not? I mean, if you're
I
looking
would
at
do it in my sleep.
if you're looking at the young receivers, I mean,
I don't
you're,
think they would want a receiver though, because they kind of got some young ones. They got two young ones over
yeah, but
there,
who
and
are they going to replace? Who's going to take that spot of Jacoby Myers? Because right now their receiving core is what Jacoby Myers, Dante Thornton, Trey
does
Tucker.
Dante start?
Yeah, he's a starter as a rookie.
No, I mean no, I get that, but like, bro, I've never seen him. I only got saw him get the ball like in week one.
And then
I don't watch Raiders like
Jack
that. So.
Jack Besh, the other rookie. So it's like their receiving
Don't they
core,
have somebody else though? Or am I tripping?
Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer, but not in the receiving room. Not really. No.
I don't think they would really ask for another receiver because you got two rookies that you drafted kind of high. So I don't think they would ask for a wide receiver. They probably ask for somebody like a corner or something. Okay, like would you trade Chris Abrams drain for Jacoby Myers?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna sit on our bench forever. So why wouldn't I?
I think it'll be interesting to see. I don't now. I'm not now. Look, I don't think me or Travis saying that we have a shot against Jacoby Myers, but I think it's. I don't think it would hurt to call. That's just me. I mean, I honestly don't think it would hurt to put in a phone call and be like, "Yo, this guy wants out." Now, the true question is, would you pay him for the long term?
That's a good question. I mean, when you think about, Denver's going to have some money to spend. This is the last year of the Russ cap hit. So, yeah, I mean, Denver's going to have money to spend. So, if you get a guy, I mean, I would like a younger guy, of course, because it's going to be better. But I mean, shit, if you're trying to win now, I mean, Jacoby Myers with Cortland Sutton and Mims, and then Evan Ingram starting to play a little bit better. I mean, I think that gives you a better chance than what we've been seeing, man. I mean, it's one of those things you're going to take a gamble on. Hopefully, it pans out. But I mean, I think Myers and Sutton would be a nice duo together with Mims, of course, a trio.
Yeah, I think draft pick wise, I'll give up I would give up our two forwards for Jacoby. If that's what it took. That might be a little too much. Yeah, that'd be a little too much because we got to pay him. So I would say we'd probably be like, I'll give up like a fourth and a seventh, and then get Jacoby in the sixth. That's something like I would do for sure. Um, but yeah, man, back to kind of a little bit more realistic. Mark Andrews, let's go to tight end because this is something me and Trav been talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. Evan Ingram, I'm not saying I'm out on him. I mean, he's definitely an upgrade over Adam Troutman in terms of the receiving game goes. So I will give him that. He does have some moments, but I don't know what has. I don't know. He has some plays where he looks like kind of his old self, and then some plays it'd be like, God damn, this brother is slow. It's like, bro, and he's an atrocious blocker. You just got to put that out there. It's bad, bro. Y'all watch the tape, bro. It's atrocious how bad this man's blocking is. But me and Trav said even before the season that we feel like the Broncos should have went and just go get another tight end. And let's start with Mark Andrews, man. We all know how the Ravens season is going. He's got 21 catches, buck 74, 2 touchdowns on the season. Mark Andrews is he's 3-time All-Pro, former first-team All-Pro player. How would you feel if the Broncos were to go get Mark Andrews? And if you feel like you would take him, well, what would you give up? Like, what's the most you give up for Mark, man?
So I don't think the asking price is going to be too much because he's on contract year as well. I'm pretty sure. So he's due to get paid as well. He's aging. Um,
We gotta stop with the aging stuff, man.
I mean, we can't lie, bro. He is, and you got to pay him. So it's like, how long of a window do you have of success with this player? Yeah, it's a win now move. So, and if you don't pay, if you trade for him and you don't extend him, you're making a huge mistake, right? Because you're basically trading capital for a rental that you're not going to have on your team next year. So, um, I'd trade a fourth round pick for him easily, easily,
I
and
trade it.
maybe even a third,
But
maybe even a third.
I trade a third. Mark Andrews is still now. Look, I will say this: is he like the tight end of my dreams? Absolutely not. As far as what's out there though, I'll take it. I think just the Broncos don't need. We don't even need necessarily like an elite level tight end one. We just need someone who can be a complement piece. We just need another solid tight end, and I think that can kind of round out this offense. He's a guy you can line up in the slot. You can line up anywhere. He is kind of a mismatch, and he's definitely not as bad as a blocker as Evan Ingram. But I definitely think you can disguise things a little bit better with him in the game. You can have him in, and people know, oh, it's not a run play. Oh, it's not just a pass play. Oh, it's not a guaranteed run play like how we kind of are now. You can kind of disguise your looks a little bit better and can throw the defense off guard a little bit and just also keep the defense on his toes because a lot of times the defense knows we're running before the snap. But I definitely think he's a guy that can come in and help. Now, extending him, I would do it. I mean, he's 30. I'd give him a 2-year extension. I say, why not? I mean, we gave Evan Ingram a contract. We gave Cortland Sutton a contract. I would definitely give him a contract extension. Why not? Because I ain't
Got
gonna
to
lie,
calm
just
down with the Sutton contract, bro.
no. I'm just saying, like, I don't think age is like I don't think age should be a factor anymore because we should see the talent around the league that we didn't sign because of age. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing that people was like, oh man, I want to sign this guy. He's 30. Well, seem like these 30-year-olds out here are killing it. But I'm not really tripping over the age thing for Mark. I still think he's a guy that can produce. Now, am I gonna throw it to him with the game on the line? Absolutely not, because he's shown me time and time again that he can't handle that pressure. But I mean, that's fine though. You know what I'm saying? We can have other guys for that, but I would not mind bringing him in. I think we need a boost on this offense, and I think he could bring him in, especially being, he's still one of the more versatile tight ends in the league, I would
Oh,
say.
for sure. I mean, it would be him and Ingram together would be nice, I think. So.
Yeah. Moving on to the next guy, man. Let's go all the way over to Tennessee. Chiggy Okonkwo. This is a guy I wanted for a while. I think he was a free agent recently. I can't remember if it was last year, maybe the year before last, but I wanted him when he was a free agent. He was a tight end I wanted. This dude is, if y'all watch anything about him, bro, the main thing that stands out is his speed. Now, there is a question mark kind of with his ball tracking a little bit. That is kind of his major issue. But I think in terms of what we need as a vertical threat, he can definitely bring it in this offense. The way we play Evan Ingram, we need that kind of speed at the tight end position, and I think he brings it. This year, 23 catches, 200 and only 218 yards. But remember, he's with Tennessee, bro. He's one of the worst offenses in the league. So I think he goes to Denver and we use him kind of how we're using in these packages with Evan Ingram, to kind of disguise the defense a little bit better. I think he's a guy that can come in and definitely play a huge role in the passing game and give us a boost. I'm not saying it's a home run hidden trade, but I definitely think, and also he's young. It can give us some stability at the position for the long term. But Trav, how do you feel about Chiggy?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of what Sean Payton and GP are looking for. I mean, it seems like they like the young guys. I know we talk about the 30 and 31-year-olds are balling. I just feel like
Yes, sir.
they're trying to build a young team that's going to be good for a long time. So, I mean, I would like it. Of course, I don't think he's going to cost very much. He's not done enough for them to ask a whole lot for him. Um, so I do think that we would get him for pretty much nothing, like a bag of chips and a hot pickle. So I mean, it would be a pretty team friendly trade, and it would be more offensive help.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it's one of those. Now, this is a low risk, high reward type moves I would make. I've seen this guy play. I think he's proven himself a little bit in this league. There is a bit of issue, like I said, with the ball tracking thing, but I think he can come over here and figure that out. We need speed in the inside, and I think he can definitely be a mismatch. I think he can develop with Bo Nix. I think that'd be a home run trade. Not to mention they haven't really paid him big time money, so you can have him for a little bit and then extend him. And the tight end position isn't really a luxury position where you're spending all big time money, so you can lock him up for the long term and still have financial just cap flexibility in general. But I wouldn't be opposed to this at all. I think it would maybe take, like you said, if a fifth round, I mean, if a fourth round pick, I think you could trade two fifths or do like something like that. But Tennessee, knowing them, they're gonna be desperate. So I'll give up a fourth round pick honestly for him, for sure, for sure. Get him on this team, man. And he can be our cold tight end one, and I think that'll solve a lot of our issues in the tight end game, for sure. But yeah, moving on to the next guy, and this is Trav's guy, David Njoku, man. Sticking with the tight end position. He's a guy that the Bronco fans, and I wanted him at one point in time until I didn't. Um, I don't think he really solves our like. I don't think he'll solve anything if he was on our team right now. That's just me personally. Other than like he's a very good red zone threat. Um, but he overall in his career he's been a vertical tight end, very athletic. Um, the injury thing is kind of a concern. Well, it has been a concern just a little bit in his career, especially like kind of early on. But I mean, over the last few years, he's been relatively healthy. Me personally, though, I'm not with it. But Trav, you want to give your thoughts on the whole David Njoku thing? Because Trav has been advocating for this brother.
I mean, yeah, he's on contract year. Harold Fannin Jr. has been balling for the Browns, so he's deemed to get traded. I'd hate for the Kansas City Chiefs or somebody like that to get him over us, because then you're giving them another playmaker. Uh, I think he'd be an upgrade. I think he brings everything that we need in the tight end. And honestly, I think he might be, like, as a trade candidate, he might be the second best tight end, not named Mark Andrews. Um,
That's a fact.
so
Maybe.
I think it'd be a huge upgrade, and also I feel like we've seen him be really good, but he's never had a true QB. So I would love to see um, what he would look like with an actual quarterback throwing him the football, on a good team. And he's been on the Browns. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Chig. When you play on a team that doesn't have a whole lot of offensive power, and you played with bad quarterbacks, you truly don't know what the full potential of either of those guys are. So I think we could unlock a new level of David Njoku, and I already think that he's shown us flashes of how good he can be, but he's never really had the quarterback. I mean, I think if you put him on this Denver team, he opens up the offense to a different level, bro. It'd be day and night, bro.
Uh, I'm not 100% on that. My biggest thing with David Njoku is his drops. In the last 3 seasons, including this one, he's had 19 drops.
Give him some grip
I
boost. Give him some grip boost,
huh?
bro. He'll be all right. Give him some grip boost.
No, brother. No, no. Ain't no grip
Hey,
boost.
another target to drop balls, bro. Nothing's new. Welcome to
Yeah.
Denver. Welcome to Denver.
Nah, bro. See, look, we're already struggling with drops. And look, I'm not saying he can't help. Like, I definitely think he's an upgrade over Troutman. But he will help in the red zone. Um, I'm not saying he can't be a help overall in general. You never know. He come to Denver and he could catch everything that's thrown his way. But just based on kind of what I've seen, I don't think he's the answer. Now would I trade for him this season? Depending on what they're asking for, yeah, because I feel like we can go win the Super Bowl this season. So I definitely think he can help with that. He can definitely be a good red zone threat for us because the Broncos tend to kind of struggle in the red zone just a little bit. He will be a guy you can just throw it up to, and he's gonna come down with it because that's kind of his go to. That's what he's special for. So, yeah, I mean that's just really it for me. I'm not high on it like a lot of guys are. The drops are a huge thing for me, bro. This offense has a drop bug going around right now between all of our top four guys, Mims, but specifically Troy Franklin and Evan Ingram. Them brothers, they got drop disease on Hall of Fame right now. They dropping almost anything that's going their way. And I don't want a guy bringing him in who's historically, well, I ain't gonna say historically known, but over the last 2 seasons has dropped because I think he only has one drop or two drops this season. But I saw in 2023 he had 11 drops, and he had 11 drops, and he has 7 drops last year. And I don't
But he's not
know.
really had a QB though. That's the thing.
But
Like
the
on
7
these
drops was in 11 games, folks.
in these games that he dropped the ball, was the ball placed well? I mean, there's all kinds of metrics that could go into it, brother. Because look at the QB that's throwing them the
They're
ball.
not gonna count things as an official drop if it's a
So
bad
so
throw
so let
ball.
me ask you a question. So how many drops does Chig have? The guy we talked about before.
Let me see. The past 2 seasons, he's had 5.
Okay, so that's better for sure.
He has 14 career drops in 4 seasons, and Njoku had 11 in one.
Okay. I mean, I don't think Njoku's the answer either. Like I think that he would help, but the
Yeah,
thing
no, no, no.
the
He
thing
for sure
is
help.
I mean, outside of the first two guys we talked about, Myers and Mark Andrews, the rest of these guys that we're going to talk about, I don't feel like are really the answer.
I think so. I think it's a lot of them that I think can come in and help.
And Waddle, my bad, I forgot about Waddle. Waddle could be the answer, but
Is that fact?
some of the guys I feel like they're going to have to be a true playmaker to be the answer for this team.
I think the thing is with the tight end position, we just need another receiving threat tight end. You don't have to be anything crazy, but like I'm not. One of them already has a drop problem. Bringing in another one, like I don't think that's gonna solve a lot. Like because what if a game come and they both dropping the ball, and you like, well, shit, god damn, we just can't win for nothing. You can't win for nothing, right? So I mean, I would definitely take a Conqueror over him for sure. But I mean, I'm not like 100% opposed to trading for David Njoku. Like I'm not like I don't want him nowhere near my team. I don't want him. No, it's not like that, bro. I'm just not in the like. I'm not on the fan club. Like that's kind of I can put. I'm not on the Njoku FC of him coming to Denver. Because there's a lot of guys that really want him, and I'm just like,
He'd give us aura. He has aura.
yeah, no. He'll for sure be dripped out, but I mean, when it's time to lace him up, bro, I need production because the offense is struggling. Going on to the next guy, Rashid Shaheed, man. Man, shout out to New Orleans. We got about two more New Orleans players to talk about too. But I actually want to get into him. He's having a really good season in my book. He's got 30 catches, 356 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's the Saints' deep threat. He's a very underrated route runner in my opinion. He's a guy who can get separation. He's a guy you can use in the quick game, intermediate game, and he's a deep threat. He's just kind of like a guy you can use anywhere. He can be a returner. He can be, I mean, you can use him in so many different ways. If he came to Denver, I could see Denver using him in the backfield on some plays. Last year he was on pace for a really big season and he got hurt. This year, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a big year for him. I mean, he's Spencer Rattler's kind of one of his go-to targets. If he came to Denver, bro, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be so ecstatic that if the Broncos went and got Rashid Shaheed, I would contemplate getting a Rashid Shaheed jersey. Like I'm all here for it. Rashid is, by the way, he's gonna be 20. No, he's let me see how old is he right now. Right now he's 27. If we get this brother and we put him in the slot with his speed, he's a mismatch nightmare for linebackers. He's a mismatch nightmare for safeties and hell even some corners. And when you line him up on the outside and he goes deep and he runs a post, if you running a single high safety look and he runs a post route, there's not too many guys in the league that's gonna keep up with him. This is like I don't want to say a poor man's Jalen Waddle, but it's in the same echelon of us trading for a Jalen Waddle type guy. He's not as good as Jalen Waddle, obviously, but he's in the same ballpark in terms of the type of player that he is. And I would honestly trade. I would trade. I would give him their 4th-round pick back and a future 4th-round pick for Rashid Shaheed right now. 100% would. But how do you feel about Rashid?
Yeah, I think he would be a good fit on this team. You know, have him, Mims, and Sutton would be not a nice little trio. And he would make a defense. They would be worried about somebody other than 14.
100%.
So it's like I feel like that would open up for the other guys. Yeah, I mean I'm down with it, bro, and it kind of screams Sean Payton because he loves using Marvin Mims in that role, and if you have two guys like that, I mean, imagine he lines both of them guys in the backfield with Bo Nix. They're not going to know what's coming. Who's taking the ball? So it's like, it could be really good, man. I would definitely be down with it, but I would prefer the other guy in New Orleans, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to point out Shaheed was a Pro Bowler in 2023 and first team All Pro. I'm pretty sure that was for returner in 2023. But this season, man, he's been that one catch he had. What game was that they played? When he just completely to the top off the defense, and it was like insane, bro. Spencer Rattler loves him. They're trying to trade him and the next guy we finna talk about. They're trying to trade both of these guys, and either one of these guys would be great. But bro, like Shaheed would be it would be insane, bro. Like people don't understand how good he is yet because he's in New Orleans. If he goes to a market team like Denver, bro, this man is gonna cause some hell, bro. Oh, that's all I know, bro. You want to talk about a guy who's gonna win in the middle of the field? You put a linebacker on him or any safety, it's runs, bro. You're not keeping up with him. You're just not, bro. So yeah, but that's a perfect segue into the next guy, man. Chris Olave. See, now this is Saints fans hate this man. I think he gets a really bad rap, but I think overall Chris Olave is still a damn good receiver. Now the concussions do worry me a little bit. Excuse me. Derek Carr took some years off of his career, 100%. Derek Carr, boy, if I'm Chris Olave, I'm the type to where, bro, if I see you, it is borderline on site. You put. I hadn't got like 3 concussions with you, and then you gonna up and retire, brother. You didn't put me in this. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of crazy. The hospital balls he was getting last season with Derek Carr was out of this world. But this year he's got 71 targets, 44 catches on those, 440 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He kind of had almost the same numbers around this time last year. Now he's actually having better numbers than he had around this time last year with Rattler than he did with Carr. But last year he only played 8 games. How old is he? He's 25. Trav, how would you feel about us going to get Olave? And what would you give up to get him?
I'd give him a second or third round pick for him. I mean, he's young. I think that they're
Whew,
Nate will tell me that they're not trading him and that he wants to stay. But just imagine him with Bo Nix. I would give a second or a third round pick for him. If they're, if Mickey Loomis is being greedy and he wants a second round pick, I'm giving it to him all day. I feel like he would just. It's kind of the same thing with Waddle. They're both young. I feel like they both just help this. They would help this team, and then you have your guy for the long term, and they would have Cortland Sutton as their mentor, which would be. I think both of those guys could benefit off of learning from a vet receiver like Sutton. So yeah, I mean, I'm down with it, bro. If we can get 12 in Denver. Nate'll be mad as hell. And I think it was last game. Who'd they play last game or the game before? No, it was last game. He was balling, bro. I'm pretty sure. He had
played the Bears last week.
Yeah, he had a nice little touchdown. It might have been the week before.
No, he had 2 touchdowns. He had 5 catches, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He was balling last week, yeah. Because I watched a little bit of that game and I was like, damn, bro, like he won over the middle on one route in the end zone. And I was like, damn, bro,
he'd be the perfect fit for exactly what we need. A guy that can win in the slot, he can win outside. He's great short game, intermediate game. He's a sneaky deep threat. He's not a guy I would call the deep play for, but he's still a sneaky deep threat. And he's exactly kind of what this offense needs. Like, if you can't get an alpha wide receiver 1, he'd probably be the closest guy on the market that you could probably go get. Now, in terms of the price, I give up a second. Like, I give up a second kind of in a heartbeat for him. He's still now. I think you do got to pay because I don't think the Saints have extended him, have they?
No, but they're looking to extend him. That's what I've been hearing.
I don't know, but I do know. I'm actually kind of mad that Rattler is looking somewhat good though, because if he was trash, I know they'd be entering that for a rebuild. Yeah, we're gonna see though. I don't like. I think if they get an offer that they can't refuse, I think they'll trade him. Like I would honestly give up a second and a fourth for Chris Olave right now. I would give them a pick back in a second. If they said that's what it is to get Chris Olave, is that a lot? Yes, but I feel like we can go win a chip right now. If we get a guy like him, I feel like we can go get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think if you overpay for a guy like Olave, I mean he's 25. You got something to kind of lean on, and it would just kind of put a stamp on like, hey, we're trying to win.
Yes, he's 25. Yeah, he's 25. He's still one of those Ohio State dogs, and one of them Ohio State. I just get sick, man. I just can't talk about it no more. I get sick every time, bro.
Yeah, I'm still sick that we didn't draft Quinshon Judkins, bro.
No, it's not Quinshon, but he is balling too. You know who I was talking about.
I know who you're talking about, bro. We should have had both of them.
Man. But yeah, look, man, Olave. We're gonna find out if they. I mean, because what's the Saints' record?
They got 1 win.
They're 1-6.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But they're the best 1-6 team. They're in every single game, bro.
Yeah, like, no. They that is a fact. They got the Bucks and the Rams next. They drop those next 2 games. I think everybody's up. If they lose to the Bucks and the Rams and they're 1-8, they got to be sellers. Like, I'm calling for Chris Olave, and I'm telling them, y'all want a second round pick, y'all can have it. You see, in times like this is kind of where I do miss John Elway, that aggressiveness in the trade market. Like, I'm not saying George Payton isn't aggressive, but George Payton he's not taking the risks in the trade market. Like, John Elway is going to take a risk. And I ain't going to lie, I feel like if we had John, he probably would be trading for Jalen Waddle or Chris Olave. Most definitely would. He'd be on the phone trying to get them right now. Now, I'm not saying I want John Elway back by any means necessary. That brother we all know. But, I mean, I want George Payton to get a little dangerous here and try to trade for one of these guys because we need it desperately, bro. I don't know how much more I can watch of this receiver play. Like I'm gonna have to watch it, but it's brutal, bro. It's absolutely brutal. Um, the last receiver I want to bring. No, actually, I got two more. Two more receivers I'm gonna bring up. Um, Calvin Ridley. Trav, I'm gonna start this off with you. You know, there's a lot of talk around Calvin Ridley that he's kind of washed up. I don't believe he's washed up. I just think he is in a legit horrible situation. What do you think about Calvin Ridley?
I think he's a great route runner. His hands are fucking terrible. Do I think that he would be
And
he would open up this offense? Maybe. I mean, it depends on if he decides to catch the football. I watched that brother live in the flesh, dropping wide open balls that Cam Ward was putting right in his hands, and he just dropped them. So, uh, I mean, I would trade for him, but I think that I think when we talk about receivers in this conversation, he's the David Njoku of receivers. Like I don't think that I'm not slamming the table for this guy. Like I think that the route running would be good. I think he would get open. I think he would help the offense. But how many balls are you going to drop? That's the question
give me Calvin Ridley all day. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna ask. Like, dude, because that Broncos Titans game, and I'm gonna say this right now: the Titans beat Denver in Denver if Calvin Ridley knows how to catch a football that day.
Well, that's what happens. You know, you got past her 10. You know, it just is what it is. But I will say this: Calvin
How many
Ridley
drops he got? Look up how many drops he got this
this
season.
season.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna point out real quick. He's 30 right now. He'll be 31 in December. Oof. But I don't care. Let me see. This season he's got 4.
And how many games he's played
Now
because he's been injured.
mm, he's played 6.
That's ugly, JMX. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I mean, bro, like I would take him because I would take him over Troy.
I mean, yeah, I mean, replace drop balls with drop balls, great.
Yeah, but like we got a guy that can get open though. Like
I mean, I would not be mad at it, but I'm not I'm not going to be celebrating like, oh my God, we got the next big thing because I mean, quite frankly, he's
I mean,
not.
he got 4. Troy has. I don't know how many Troy has. I was just talking. Let me. I can actually find it, but Troy has a lot. I know he has a lot. That's probably ain't even that they've counted as drops, but he has a lot. I would still take Calvin really just because of the separation he can get it over in the middle of the field, and I believe if he gets a change of scenery in an offense that wants to throw the football, I think he can get into a better rhythm. I mean, bro, like we kind of seen these last few weeks when they kind of got him working in rhythm, he seems like he can still be that good of a wide receiver. I mean, he had 10 targets against Arizona. He caught 5 of those passes for 131 yards. I mean, look, he's still got that ability in him. I don't think he's lost by any means necessary.
So what are you trading for him?
Oh, I'm not trading anything more than a 4th-round pick. I give up a 4th-round pick for
And what's his contract look like? Because he got a payday when he went to Tennessee.
Bro, like we gotta remember we're the Broncos, bro. Like that's not a.
Yeah, but
Bro,
it's like, do we?
I don't really believe in salary cap too much anymore, bro.
I mean, I don't either. But do we really want to bring a guy over that is 30, getting ready to turn 31? That, I mean, he's an upgrade.
A 4-year, $92 million deal with Tennessee back in 2024.
So he's only 1 year into the deal. So
no,
you got
2 years.
You said 2024. This is the second year.
This
yeah,
is the second year on the deal, bro.
So what? He has
This
2
year
years left.
This year he's making 22. In the next 2 years he's making 20. But they have an out in his contract after this year, so he can make. So they can cut him after this season.
I mean, I would take him, but I'm not banging the table, and I'm trying to give them the least amount of capital I can give them for him.
I'm giving them a 5th round. I'll trade 2 5ths.
I mean that wouldn't be bad. Trade like a 5th this year and a 5th next year.
You're not gonna be complaining about that $20 million if he balls out and we end up going to the Super Bowl. You're not gonna care about it. I promise.
Well, I'm gonna care if we're in the red zone and he gets wide open and drop.
I don't think it, but you see what I'm saying? Like he's one of those dudes. 4 drops isn't like when you're playing for the Tennessee Titans isn't atrocious. You're playing for the Tennessee Titans.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I like him, bro. I like him as a player, but I don't know. I seen him wide open, bro. Wide open, and
He's better than Troy, bro, and he's better than Troy.
I mean,
Like
that's not saying
we
much
need
though,
a guy
bro.
who can just win, bro.
That's not saying much though, bro. We're comparing a seasoned vet that's 31 to a year two guy that really hasn't taken that step. So it's like comparing Calvin Ridley to Troy Franklin is just nasty work, brother.
Well, I mean, bro, I was told before the season that Troy Franklin was better at creating separation than Stephon Diggs. So I thought it didn't matter that brother was a year
This
two guy.
guy, bro. This guy.
I mean, I gotta say it. Like, I mean, bro, like, look.
Hey, he was one of the best separators last year, but separation don't mean you catch the football.
Nah, look, I agree, but I think in this offense, it's easier to catch the football if you're wide open than you got a defender less than a yard away from you. You're trying to make a catch.
That don't seem like the truth, brother.
I'm talking about Troy.
What we've seen from
Troy this year has not had great separation, and he's not had great hands.
I don't disagree with you, but here's the problem. What you said, guys getting open and making plays. I mean, let's be real. Most of the time, it's in coverage, and they're coming down with the ball that is extremely hard to catch, and they make a play wide open. I feel like that's when we don't catch the football.
I don't know, man.
So I mean, I agree he's better. Don't get it twisted.
But
I'm not banging the table. I'm not banging the table for this guy.
If Calvin really is the best option we can get, I'm going to get him.
I mean,
bringing him to Denver.
Sure. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I'm not
on the first plane out to Denver.
I'm not banging the table for this guy.
Do you like? I don't think we understand. No, I get it. No, you ain't got to bang the table for him. But like, would you take him? Would you trade for him right now?
I mean, dude, I'm trading for anybody that brings offensive help that is above average.
That's all I want to hear. Is you trade for him right now? We on the same page about that. We on the same page then. That's all I'm saying is that I would trade for him right now.
Like, would I buy his jersey? Would I buy his jersey and be like, oh yes, we got Calvin Ridley? I mean, dude, I would be happy because it's like, we're getting another guy that might help us, and I say might because it seems like every time we bang the table for a guy, we did it for Evan Ingram. Let's bang the table for this guy, and then he comes over and we're not banging the table no more. So it's like I would be happy only if he comes over and it translates. If it comes over and he does the same thing that our guys are already doing and he doesn't make that big of an impact, it's gonna kind of be like the Evan Ingram experience. I'm gonna be underwhelmed. Do I think?
I don't think so, man. I still think Calvin got some juice, man.
I still think he's good. I mean, he's fast. He's a good route runner, and I do think he's good. But I just hope that if we make a trade, and this goes for any of the guys that we're talking about, that we don't get a guy that we think could still do it, and then they come over here and their battery packet is on F. Because that seems like the trend. Denver will bring a guy over, everybody hops him up. Bro.
Besides Evan.
That's really dude, he was so overhyped by our fan base, bro. And like J.K. Dobbins didn't get the same hype, and bro, like he's him, bro. And like I just feel like sometimes we make those mistakes. I mean, dating back even when we got fucking Randy Gregory. People were banging the damn table. He's him. His battery was on F. This shit was about to go out of charge. So it's like, that's the trend, bro. Like with Denver, is like they bring in guys and their gas tank is on E. And
that don't happen all the time, no, bro. Because that's only happened a couple of times.
I'll say with this past offseason, J.K. Dobbins was a hit. Hufanga was a hit. Dre Greenlaw looks like he's going to be a hit.
Dre Greenlaw's a hit. I don't care if Dre Greenlaw is only 25% of what he was in San Francisco, it's still a hit to me.
I agree because of how bad the linebacker core is. But then
I'm just saying in terms of that, but also like what he brings to this
But
team.
The thing is, and I still believe this with all my heart, that in the draft and in free agency, the biggest need was tight end. And Denver really didn't. I mean, yeah, you got
Absolutely
you,
not.
you got you got a little bit better there, but
No, it was not.
it's still a huge hole, bro.
You said the biggest need in the offseason was tight end?
I think so. I really do.
Bro, it was not tight end, bro. The biggest need was running back.
I
That was
mean,
the biggest need.
yeah, it was, but you got to see if it was that big of a need, you address it before they addressed it, brother.
Well, no, so they reached out to JK early in free agency.
Yeah, but he was literally not signed until he was the last free agent signed. I'm pretty sure before the season.
Aren't you glad they waited?
I mean, dude,
Because I am.
I was advocating for him as soon as I heard. You know, I was like, yeah, I want him. But imagine if Denver, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Imagine if Denver would have addressed it earlier and got a back that was available that me and you wanted, named Rico Dowdle, and then you brought in J.K.
I ain't never
Dobbins.
said I wanted Rico
Oh
Dowdle.
yeah, you didn't want him. I wanted him. Imagine if you brought Dowdle and had Dobbins. This backfield would have been crazy, dude. Like crazy. Like we're talking about a guy
Yeah, nah,
that's dominating on a Carolina Panthers team, bro. Like dominating.
no, you know what I'm saying? Look. I agree. But tight end was not the biggest need this offseason, bro. At all.
It was
It
running back
was
and
up there.
it was running back and tight end, bro.
No, wide receiver is above tight end.
I mean, yeah, but we knew
Bro.
that was not good. Because, bro, we know that Sean Payton and GP were like, we're gonna keep the receiving core we got. We're gonna develop
They
these
tried to
guys.
go get Cooper Cup. They tried to go get Cooper Cup and they reached out to Diggs.
Yeah, but they
But
didn't
they didn't
they
want to
didn't
pay
pay
them the
either of
money.
them. They didn't pay either of them. So it's like when you look at that.
That's and yeah, and yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm-
They was wrong.
They
Because
were.
if
They
we would
were.
have one of them right now, we'd probably be, hey.
I mean, I agree, bro. Cooper Cup and Sutton would have been crazy, but it's like Denver. I don't know what it's with the front office, man. They want to build within, and they want to outsmart everybody, and it
Hey,
don't.
the front office is Sean Payton. George Payton don't make any crazy decisions no more, bro. He got that car revoked after Nathaniel Hackett. He still makes some decisions, but the main decisions are Sean Payton and Greg Penner, bro.
Hey,
Those are the
and
dudes.
I'm not mad at that, brother. GP fucking paid Russell Wilson a fucking shit ton of money.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not saying I'm mad at it, but we gotta hold these guys accountable sometimes. Now, look, look. I'm not saying that they've done. I'm not. Look, let me rephrase that. They've done a great job. Ain't nothing that I ain't saying they haven't. But like they low key folding on this wide receiver position. Tight ends, they're folding. We hit
Well,
on every other position besides this one.
I will say Evan
He's
Ingram
two.
Evan Ingram hasn't been great, but I feel like he's coming along. Like he's still super slow, but dude. Listen, he is part of the reason we won that Giants game. Me and you both can agree.
And yeah, I hear you, but bro, like at what cost?
I mean, yeah, he can't block, but at the same
He
time,
can't block. He barely got hands, bro.
I mean, he does. He's had a drop issue though. Before we got him, he had a drop issue.
I'm sorry, man. Look, I'm gonna be real. Um, definitely need to address wide receiver is still our biggest need. I feel like
I agree.
Tight end is cool, but bro, we need, bro, we can only move the ball 5 wide, bro.
In the off season though,
That's it.
I feel like we were like I was looking at it different. Like right now, I think we do need to add a receiver because I feel like if you add a receiver, you at least have Evan Ingram that is okay. He's okay, right? He's okay.
Yeah,
enough.
that's what I'm saying.
So like
He's an average tight end.
if you bring in another receiver, that could help him as well. But it's like in the offseason, we were looking at Adam Troutman, Nate Atkins, and Lucas Kroll as the tight ends, bro. And I mean, Ingram ain't amazing, but he's better than all three of those guys. 1,000%.
No, of course he is. I ain't gonna never say he's not. But yeah, I mean, but looking at it right now, that 18 million Cooper Cup wanted looking like child's play. what is it, that 20 million Diggs wanted? We was all, and I ain't saying I wouldn't want one that's like, man, I don't know, we should get these dudes this type of money. You know what I'm saying? But I was like in the middle about it. Boy,
We should have just drafted
that
Tez Johnson.
that too. Bronco fans saw his 40 time and thought this brother wasn't a good football player. I'm like, me and you both was like, man, I still take him. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't draft him. I would take him. Now, would I took him third round? Nah, I probably would have still took him like fifth round. But
I mean,
Broncos,
the thing is, I mean, we took Pat Bryant in the third round. No hate, I like Pat Bryant, but we took him in the third round. You could have got something else there and then got Tez later because Tez didn't go in the third round.
let's go ahead and move on to the last guy we want to talk about. At the linebacker position, man. Now I don't know how Trav feels about linebacker. I'm not opposed to trading for a linebacker. I do like the way Strenard has been playing somewhat, but I'm not opposed if this guy, if we ended up making this move, and that's Demario Davis. Trav, how would you feel with the Broncos? Now, Demario Davis is 36, so it would obviously be like a maybe 1 year type of thing, 2 years at the most. But how would you feel if the Broncos went out and traded for Demario Davis?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I just don't see it happening. I feel like Denver's married to Alex Singleton. I mean, the fact that
No.
Dre Greenlaw when he comes back from this suspension, they pretty much already crowned Singleton as the starter beside him, which is absolutely fucking abysmal considering how good Strenad's been playing. Uh, I don't see them making a move for a linebacker. I feel like they're okay with it. And Vance and Sean both have this problem where uh, if a guy's a good guy, he's a good guy. He should be the one on the football field. I don't give a fuck about none of that good guy shit. Like if you're a good player, you should be on the football field. Like when Dre Greenlaw comes back, it should be Justin Strenard and Dre Greenlaw. But the fact is it's going to be Singleton and Dre Greenlaw. I don't see him making a move for Demario Davis. Yeah, he's a huge upgrade. Him and Greenlaw would be one of the best linebacking duos in the league. Already with this elite defense. I mean, I'm down with it. I've been advocating for Davis, since the Saints started their season, but I honestly don't see this like a linebacker. Like if we trade, it's going to be for offense.
What else does Singleton have to do to get benched? This is starting to become like Melvin Gordon, bro. What does he have to do? What more can he do for the coaches to see, like, you know what, we should probably go ahead and sit this guy down for the season? Or, just like he can be coming if another guy gets hurt. Bro, he's horrible, bro. I don't think I've ever seen a linebacker be so bad in coverage. And bro, we chose the wrong guy. Should have kept Cody Barton. Matter of fact, isn't Josie Jewell a free agent?
Dude, we don't need him
Couldn't
back.
sing.
We don't need him, bro. We just need to play Strenard. I mean, that's literally the proof is
No,
there. We just need to play
I'm with you.
Strenard and Greenlaw, bro. We don't need Cody Barton. We don't need Alex Singleton. We don't need Josie Jewell. We just need to play the guy that we have already that's playing at a high level that they're going to bench for Alex Singleton named Justin Strenard.
No, I'm with you, but I'm like, it's obviously something that they don't believe in. So my thing is, if you don't want to play Strenard, then you might as well you need to make a move, bro, because Singleton not it. If they're just that against a playing with Strenard, then I don't want to play Singleton. Then if you just say Strenard's not playing no matter what, then let's go trade.
They look at his tackles per game, bro. That's what he brings. He can tackle and
Like, he barely can tackle.
he's
He only get
fucking
the most tackles because he's on the field the most.
he's fucking. The thing is he's a great tackler. I'm gonna say that he's a great tackler, but that don't make a damn difference if you're the worst coverage player on the football field. He's getting cooked, and he don't even complete. Like, bro, that last game when Bellinger scored, he didn't even attempt to follow the route, bro. Like it just fizzled out, and he's wide open in the end zone, busted coverage, and touchdown. And it happened twice, not once, twice.
You know, he's dog shit, bro. He's
So
gotta
it's
go.
so it's like we have to make an adjustment there. I mean, I think this week if he struggles, in coverage, I think you need to put Corinne Reed out there. I mean, what? How worse can it get? If a rookie goes out there, an undrafted free agent rookie goes out there and he gets beat, I would rather that happen than a seasoned vet that's supposed to be, that guy on the defense. But the thing is that's never going to happen because Alex Singleton is the play caller on defense.
They need to lose that shit. And they need to give it to Dre when he come back.
He's kind of the one telling guys, what's coming, and I mean that can help, but you gotta be better in coverage. And if you're not, we're gonna be in situation like against this Dallas team this coming week. I mean, you gotta play good football. Like you can't be busted coverage. I mean, because then it's gonna be a shootout. Like our defense is good enough to beat this Dallas team, but you're Alex Singleton's gonna have to play good football. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, he's gonna get cooked by Jake Ferguson. Um, but I will say, going on to the last part of this episode, we're done with targets, but I do want to bring up this one thing and then we can end it. Um, Trav, the whole Sean Payton, Russell Wilson thing, what are your thoughts on that whole situation? Obviously, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, they asked Sean Payton after the game, what he thought of Jackson Dart, and he was saying, he brought up a conversation he spoke to about the Giants owner and was like, I hope y'all make that quarterback change after y'all play us because he's bringing a juice. Everybody knows anytime a rookie quarterback comes in, there's that little spark that juice that brings into the team. And Russell Wilson took that as a shot at himself, and most people took that as Sean Payton throwing a shot at Russell Wilson. I just thought it was an indirect shot. I don't think he intended to target Russ, but I guess I see why people thought he did. I mean, I just don't think he intentionally was trying to say Russ is trash. I mean, I don't think that has to be said. I think that's just kind of implied at this point. But Russell Wilson kind of took offense to that and went to Twitter because and I just gotta say it, man. Russell Wilson went to Twitter for the first time because he can't back himself up on the field anymore. That's why he finally went to Twitter, bro. He felt like he had to say something because he can't go play. And I mean, hey man, look, it is what it is. He brought up Sean Payton, the whole bounty gate thing, and says, you're bounty hunting for social media now, and blah 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 blah. Look, I'm not saying Sean was 100% right. He probably should have thought about what he said before he said it, but look, I'm gonna just keep it a bug, bro. And I'll let you go, Trav. All of this could have been avoided if you didn't fall off. If you didn't come to Denver and was full of shit, none of this would be a problem. Go ahead, Trav.
Yeah, I want to say shout out to Sean Payton. I don't care if it's a shot or it was a shot. It was a damn good one. Russell Wilson sucks so bad that his head coach rushed Jackson Dart out of a blue tent. And everybody's like, oh, Sean Payton's a POS because he made Russell Wilson break character. Russell Wilson didn't tweet that, bro. Get your phone back from Sierra, Mr. Unlimited. We know you didn't tweet that shit. But, hey, he sucks, man. I think, and I made a video about this. All 32 teams in the NFL would prefer to play Russell Wilson over Jackson Dart. And that's just the truth, man. I mean, Jackson Dart brought a spark to that team. You don't have film on him. What we know is if Russell Wilson played, they score under 20 points. They probably don't score over 15 on the Denver defense. So, do I think that it was a shot? I mean, I think he was praising Jackson Dart. I think Russell Wilson is just trying to find every way to stay relevant. He's fucking terrible on the football field. He's a cornball that has this facade character. I as somebody that wanted to believe in him and wanted to support him while he was in Denver, he just has this fake ego, and I feel like he puts on a front. And Sean Payton's blunt, and he's gonna call it how it is. Russell Wilson's been an absolute scrub since he left Seattle, and people want to sugarcoat it. Good guy Russ. I don't care about none of that. Russell Wilson scammed the Broncos and wants to act like it never happened, bro. Like you scammed the Broncos. So
Yeah, and for Ryan Clark and everyone out there trying to put this label on Sean Payton, and I can kind of speak on this. Sean Payton is not racist, bro. I don't know where this thing is coming from. That he's doing this because Russell Wilson is black. Yeah, I think it is the most foolish thing that anyone can ever say or imply. Bro, Sean Payton just called it like how he see it. He did the same thing with Nathaniel Hackett. And I honestly think this time he wasn't even intentionally trying to. Like, I think in the past he's thrown shots at Russ for sure. I don't think this time it was like intentional. I think he was just genuinely being honest, which
Talking about
I
Dart,
don't. Yeah, like I
he
mean,
he was praising the guy in their room, and it seems like Russ is jealous that he's praising the guy that took his job. I mean, dude, even if something happened to Dart, people can call me crazy. I'm putting Jameis Winston in the game. I seen that what against Philly, they put Russ in for one play and he threw the ball in the dirt. He's fucking washed, man, and he's been washed since he left Seattle. Like, I, I'm sorry, bro. Like, there's no defending this guy, man. Like, I get like, oh, he's a Christian and he goes on Twitter and he's just a good guy. But hey, guess what? Sean Payton made Russell Wilson come out of character and show who he truly was, and Sean Payton wasn't even talking about the guy. So it shows that that character is a character.
yeah, I ain't got really too much else to say on it. But all I know is, hey, if Russ was playing good, we probably wouldn't even be in this predicament. Um, but I'm not gonna sit here and say Sean is not, and Sean can sometimes throw humongous jabs at people. I will admit that, but I mean, hey, I don't mind it being blunt, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love when coaches are more blunt. Like I love when coaches like I like when people don't sugarcoat stuff. Like if Russ would have came out and said something publicly, like if he said something to the media, I would have loved it. But I ain't saying like I just like when people be honest. I feel like Sean called it like how he see it. Like, bro, it just
Hey, look,
I wanted them to keep their original guy in and not put in the rookie when they played us. I don't think that's like a diss at you, bro. It's just what it is. I don't
you,
think it's a diss at you though.
you know what's
But
crazy and why I
what?
think he's taking it personal? He came to Denver. Denver cut him and took the most dead cap money ever. And the year after that was better than they ever were with him. He goes to Pittsburgh and they had an okay season. I mean, they went to the playoffs. They lost six straight, by the way. They would have been one of the best teams in the AFC. Lost six straight, and part of that was on Russ. The Pittsburgh Steelers get rid of Russ. He goes to New York. The Pittsburgh Steelers look like one of the better teams in the AFC in 2025 with Aaron Rodgers, a guy that's way older than Russ. Now Russ is in New York and he gets benched for Anakin Skywalker, Jackson Dart, and they look better. That's just he's upset, man. Like you know what, bro? Every night, bro, I go to bed waiting for this trade deadline, praying that the Vegas Raiders will trade for Russell Wilson, where my team can damn play him, bro. Like I want to play him so bad, bro. I wanted to play him when he was in Pittsburgh. I wanted to play him in New York, but it never rolls that way. And I mean, dude, Pittsburgh gave out game balls, and they gave Russell Wilson a game ball when they beat us with Justin Fields. And I just want to play him one freaking time, and I don't think we're ever going to get to.
I don't think we are. I don't think we are, bro. But it is what it is. Yeah. You got anything else you want to add? Any more targets you want to add, low key, or we good?
I think we're good, man.
All right, bet. So that's gonna do it for this episode, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep showing us love. Keep hitting that like button, that sub button, and keep commenting for us, man. We appreciate y'all and we love every one of y'all, man. Game preview will be coming later this week for the Cowboys game. But I'm your host JMX. My co-host Trav. Until the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.